What is up, everybody? How you guys doing? I'm wore out. Been driving all night. Still got 72 miles to go. I'm at the original place they told us to go to, excuse me, where we were all gonna stage up for the next show, and then they called an audible on me. I'm ahead of the pack, ahead of everyone. But they called an audible, and I'm gonna go another 72 miles to where we're going. That puts us right by the venue, though, within 10-15 minutes of it. So I was really excited. I was ready to just park, and I am wore out. I'm very tired, but we'll knock out these miles. Got me a little cappuccino right here, and we'll just bang it out. It's the English toffee. They were out of what do I normally get? French vanilla. So this didn't taste too bad. I just got a little sip there. It'll be all right. But hey guys, I don't know if I mentioned it. I think I did. Everything was moving quickly in my head when I started this video. But first show's done. Got through it. Nothing to it, man. Not a bad experience at all. I screwed up yesterday. Not anything to do with the job. I just kind of screwed myself. I was so tired when I got in here. I went in, had breakfast, got a shower, came back to the truck, and I closed just this front curtain, right? Sun sitting out. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with me? The truck was sitting out in the sun all day, of course, and it just got so damn hot in here, and I need to just start closing this damn middle curtain. I've been saying that I need to just close that, and it's gonna be just fine. But I still slept for like 6 hours, and then I got woke up from how hot it got in here, so that's got to be closed. But I meant to close it, and I just fell asleep. So I mean, if that's as bad as I'm gonna screw up, we're not doing too bad at all. But overall, guys, enjoyable experience. The driving overnight part obviously is going to take some getting used to. Been a while since I've done that. That's obviously going to screw with me a little bit. Most of these drives aren't that long though. This one was 400 some miles, so not bad at all. Not bad at all. It's not too long, so you just knock them out and get to it. My truck's governed at 72. I run it at 70, so you can bang out some miles pretty good with that. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at with all that. But like I was saying, overall pretty enjoyable experience. Yeah, the 3 meals a day were no joke. I only had 2 of them, and then they give you a little bag at the end of the day. It had a sandwich in it and a cookie and an orange and a bag of chips. I got like half the bag of chips left. and I just bought a honey bun while I was in the truck stop. Not a good idea. I don't eat a whole lot of sugar, but a honey bun sounded really, really fucking good right now. So I got one. I'm gonna tear that up on this last 70 miles that we got to do. Yeah, not bad. I am realizing that I'm still a very awkward dude when it comes to hanging around people, being around people. I thought I had kind of gotten past that, but this feels like it's on another level. You don't really know who's standing on that loading dock. We're all just people, right, at the end of the day, but you don't know how high up the ladder it goes. Just a guy that might be standing on the loading dock, and for some reason I was letting that get in my head and make me nervous. I don't know why. I have no idea. I know how to drive a truck. They showed me sort of their way of securing the loads, which isn't really anything special. It's just securing the damn loads, putting in your straps and your load bars. And that's it. I mean, it's I don't know. I'm just an awkward guy, and eventually I'll probably get used to working around people. But I don't have a whole lot to say. Isn't that weird? I don't really have a problem getting on YouTube and making videos. But then when I am around new people, I'm just not very good at it. I'm not very good at communicating and things like that. It's a little antisocial, I guess. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll get that all worked out. And yeah, just the backing's a little bit weird, because they're telling you what to do, but it's not a big deal. No big deal at all, guys. Overall, I'm still very excited. I hope I get a lot of sleep today, but I don't have to drive all night tonight. Tonight, I only have to drive like a half-hour tops. When, yeah, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna sleep, and then when we get up tonight, it's like a half-hour tops I have to drive. Then get back into my spot, get unloaded, and then move my truck and go to bed, right? So not a whole lot to do tonight. And then I think we get 2 days to go like less than 200 miles, just the way that the schedule's working for the tour. So yeah, we get 2 days to go like less than 200 miles. I think it is. I don't know the specifics on that. But it's not a lot of miles. And, well, we'll bang that out in a day. I'm sure of that. I mean, why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? Still like all the people I work with. Nobody's been awful to me. And, hey, it's a whole new way of trucking, man, for me. Well, I mean, it's still trucking. I'm not gonna like fuck with you guys and be like, yeah, it's like crazy. It's still, at the end of the day, it's trucking. But so far, I'm sure it'll have its nights, but so far a lot less miles. So far 3 meals a day provided for and paid for, not by me, provided for me. And you can't be mad about that. So anyways, my half-hour break just ended. I needed that half-hour break to go this last 72 miles because I just wasn't going to make it. So I'm going to get on the road, knock this out, tear up this cappuccino, and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. See ya. Lock them doors and turn the lights down low. Put some music on that's soft and slow. Oh, sorry. You guys caught me while I was in the middle of seducing myself. It gets very lonely in this truck, and I don't know who pressed the record button. It certainly wasn't me. You all caught me by surprise. Just kidding. Oh boy, what's going on, guys? We've made it. Well, that's that's debatable if we've made it, because I'm starting to see that I was gonna say think, but starting to see that I get why this is kind of a rough job. And it's not, I'm not saying, oh, I'm done, I can't handle it or anything like that, but I am realizing why they had job openings immediately, because the schedule is absolutely grueling already, just brutal, but we're getting through it, and I'm overall enjoying it. I am overall enjoying this entertainment trucker lifestyle, but it is rough. It is rough. It's like here to there to there to there and just nonstop, but I think that's cool. I get it. I like it. I am adjusting because I am, for the most part, used to sorry, I was about to cough, and then I did. I'm used to, obviously, kind of calling my own shots, where I'm gonna park, where I'm gonna, you know, how long I'm gonna stop, aside from days where there's appointments and things like that, hauling general freight. And obviously that's not the case with this. So last night was really rough, but it was my own damn fault. Did I mention in the first part of the video I didn't close this curtain and it kind of screwed me? I think I mentioned that. But even with that, in this like brutal summer heat right now, it's having a hard time keeping up. Like, I got the vent right here that I lay under when it's time for bed. But fact of the matter is, the AC in this truck just sucks. I have driven many of trucks, and I have never had a problem this bad with the AC, but I'm surviving it. I'm getting through it. Now, the truck does idle. It can, and that would certainly keep me very cool and all that junk. There is a pretty substantial fuel bonus if I don't do that. So right now, it's kind of, I can deal with it, especially when I'm laying under the vent back here. But when you're sleeping during the day and it's summertime, and you're trying to keep the AC nice and cool in here, it's not great. It's really not great. So I'm adjusting. I'm getting used to it, and that's just kind of how it's gonna go. That's how it's gonna go. So it'll be all right. It'll be all right. I'm struggling a little bit. I got here early And almost immediately I got the AC turned on. I laid down back here and I passed out for like an hour, right? And then I woke up and then I did some things on my game. I was playing my game for a little bit, and then I laid back in the bed and I passed out for like 3 hours. So I don't know what time it is right now. Let me check my computer. 6 p.m. So I still got reasonably like 10, 11 hours I could sleep if I went to bed now. So I still got plenty of time to go to sleep, but I'm not going to sleep all of that because I need to sleep tomorrow. Well, I'm starting to wonder how big of a deal that is. Maybe I just need a nap tomorrow, because I looked at our next trip after this. So we pull into the venue tomorrow morning, and then we'll be free. But then our next part of the trip is like 180 miles. So you're talking about like 3 hours max driving, and then you're done again. So even if I just get a nap tomorrow, we're gonna survive it. It'll be fine. But I know after I get this video uploaded and all that, I'm gonna go the fuck to sleep. I'm gonna pass out. So I guess my point is, in doing this channel, I always said I'm going to tell you guys how things actually are out here and what it feels like to me, right? And how everything's going. Now, I haven't seen a paycheck yet from this company. That's next week, so don't be asking me about money or anything like that. We'll see how that works out later. But as far as the pretty difficult schedule with touring, that is a real thing. That's a very real thing. But I'm having a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it. I just need to figure out when I'm going to get my sleep, how I'm going to get my sleep, stuff like that. And I'll get better at that as we go, because like I said earlier in the video, I am used to just doing things on my own and deciding where to stop and how long I want to sleep and all that nonsense. And that's gone. That's out the window. So that is definitely an adjustment to what I'm used to. But it's kind of a trade-off, right? Today we're not at a venue, so I was on my own with food. So, oh, hold on, my orc's getting beat up again. Let me fix him. So, you know, switching jobs is kind of tough. I'm not made of money right now or anything like that. So it was a roller grill hot dog and some spicy peanuts. That's what we had for dinner today. But tomorrow we'll be at the venue, so I definitely plan to get into at least 2 of those 3 meals, eat for free. And that will be nice. So my point is, there's a little bit of a trade-off with this stuff. And right at this point, if I were to say which one's better, which one's worse, I don't really know. You know, deciding when you want to go to sleep, deciding where you want to park the truck, those things are all pretty cool. But like free catered meals, that's pretty cool too, right? So a little bit of a trade-off with those things, but it's interesting, and there's certainly a trade-off involved with these things. I remember when I was hauling freight, you know, 2 weeks ago. Y'all remember when I used to haul freight 2 weeks ago? The point I want to make in this video is I kind of felt like I had a really narrow worldview when it came to trucking, and I was like, okay, which trucking company am I going to haul freight for? And then coming into this, it really changed my mindset about a lot of things. Where we were yesterday or the day before, there was also a monster truck, is it called a tour? I'm not really sure. But there were like quite a few drivers there for the monster trucks, right? And then there was us. And then there's always NASCAR, right? That's a thing. And the more I branch out and experiment with things and try a bunch of things, I guess the more I realize that there's much more out there to the world than I guess what we realize. Because when we get our CDLs, we all just go, well, where are we going to haul freight at? Which company are we going to drive for? And without much more thought put into it. And that's kind of what a lot of people do. And then, you know, you got your oil filled, that's a thing. So you got freight, you got oil filled. What else do you have, right? And then I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger on this. And somebody was making fun of me a little bit in the comments on the last video because I repeat myself a lot. They asked if I was on the spectrum or had Tourette's and shit like that. Which, I mean, maybe. That's entirely possible. But the point is I forget what I say. Case in point, forgot what the fuck I was going to say right now when I was leading up to that. So I don't know what the hell I was going to talk about. But it is hard. It is very difficult to get on the schedule and do these things. And you do have moments already. I've had moments where I think about it. I'm like, you telling me that this band is out here making millions of dollars? Well, my ass is going, which credit card will I pay this week? Right? And I got to get up and drive all night while they're sleeping in their van. You have moments like that. I can already tell I'm going to have plenty of moments like that. But it's okay. It's okay. Overall, I like it. I really do. It's a sort of a culture shock. That's a definite thing. You know, you go from hauling freight and then you're working with a team of people. And I'm such an awkward fucking dude that, like, God, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. The last place we were at, I went in for dinner because everybody says skip dinner. Even the guys that do entertainment in my comments, they say, you always skip dinner. But, like, me, I eat when I'm hungry, right? So I ate breakfast, I came back to the truck, I passed out for like 5 or 6 hours, woke up, I was hungry, I missed lunchtime, so I waited for dinner, and dinner was good. Breakfast was, you know, what can you do with breakfast, right? I don't eat a lot of sweets, so you've got eggs, sausage, and bacon. You know, there's not a whole lot you can do with breakfast. But I went to that, and then I waited to go into dinner, and dinner was fucking killer. Dinner was really good. There were a lot of choices. There were chicken, and there was, like, I mean, I don't know how the chicken was cooked, but it was very good. And I had a pork chop, and I had some salad, and I had some, fuck, I don't even remember. But I had 2 plates and a bowl of soup and some salad. Like, I went off. And I paid for it the next day. My tum-tum didn't feel too good. The point I was trying to make with that is the band was actually in the room eating also. And I didn't recognize them at first. My lead driver looked over and he goes, "Do you recognize anyone?" I said, because I don't really know this band. And he's like, yeah, it's just people having dinner, right? And I was like, yeah, why? And he's like, well, because the band comes in to eat too. And I said, okay. Why are you telling me this? I don't need to be any more awkward. Are there famous people around me right now? And he goes, yeah. And I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. So I kind of observed their room a little bit, and then I walked back out to the truck and then Googled the band and started looking at pictures. I'm like, I'll be damned. They didn't even know they were having dinner with me. Goofy bastards. They didn't even know this guy Trucks was in the room. They had no idea they were sitting with a famous YouTuber. I'm just kidding. But that was the point I'm trying to make with that is I'm so goddamn awkward. I don't know how to function in groups. I'll make you a fucking YouTube video. I don't care. But when it comes to like groups and like making friends, like there's another new guy with me here already, and he's like, I'm not jealous, or maybe I am, I don't know, but he's already clicked up. Like he's got his crew that he rolls with. Like they run at the same time every day. You know, they stop and they get fuel together, and then when everyone gets hungry, they stop and they get lunch together and all that stuff. And here's little old me rolling down the road. Hey, I got no friends. I got no friends, but I don't know how. I have no fucking clue how you make friends with people. I have never in my life figured that out. Like, what do you talk about? Like, walk up and that's it. My mind goes blank at that point. You walk up to a guy and you, what's up, bro? And then he goes, nothing, what's up with you? And then I go, nothing. And then what, we just stand there and awkwardly stare at each other? I have never ever in my life figured out how to strike up a conversation with someone. I don't fucking know. I have no clue how people do that. You walk over and then next thing you know, like guys are talking about, I don't know, what the fuck are guys interested in? I have no clue. I have no idea. I sit here and play video games and eat spicy peanuts. That's it. That's my whole life. That's all I know how to do. Make YouTube videos. Fuck, I have no clue. So that part's a little bit strange. That part's a little bit strange. I'm not sure. I like to flick the knife out. But anyways, I just don't know how you make friends with people and like how you get in like a clique and things like that, because I have never in my life figured that out. But then everybody else in the world, it seems like they can like walk up to a guy and talk to him like they've known him for 10 years and they literally just met. They just shook hands a few minutes ago. And that's a part I'm really, really struggling with. How do I make friends here? Oh my God. And I decided what my angle's gonna be is I'm just that quiet guy. Like, I don't have a whole lot to say. I know you guys don't get it because you watch my YouTube videos and I talk nonstop on these, but I think that's gonna be my angle. I'm just the quiet guy. Don't have a whole lot to say. Don't worry, I'll be there. I'll get the job done, and I don't see the need to talk if I got nothing to say. That's gonna be my whole angle. I guess. I'm not really sure. But I'll go ahead and wrap this up. I am absolutely exhausted, and we're just getting started. A lot of that has to do with me figuring out, like, how am I going to make the schedule work, and me remembering to close this goddamn curtain so I at least have some AC going on back here, and that's going to change my life. Aside from being tired, just absolutely obliterated right now, overall, I am enjoying the experience. This is not something you're going to get in hauling just general freight. And that goes both ways, right? You're not going to have somebody telling you how to back up your truck in general freight because, you know, it's hard to swallow your pride and say, fuck you, I could do this shit on my own, right? It's hard to swallow your pride and do that. But at the same time, there is a little bit of freedom gone, I guess is the point. There is a little bit of freedom taken from you because everything's working on everyone else's schedule. You're not off on some 3-day haul where you can move your schedule around for 2 of those days. No. You're told where to take that truck to stage up with the rest of the crew, whatever truck stop that's going to be. Obviously, you're told when to get to the venue so you can load in, load out. We still haven't figured that out. And it's not me. Honestly, I read the comments and everybody is like, it's either load out or it's load in, depending on what you're doing. People are on both sides, and that's people that work in this industry. Nobody's made a decision on what it should be. So you do lose some freedoms, but you gain some perks, is the point I'm trying to make. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm going to end this video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye now.